father figure for me in my life. She's a DeSoto High School, class of 2005 graduate, University of Colorado at Boulder, class of 2009 graduate. She ran track for 4 years. She married her husband, Patrick Williams, about a year ago from now, on July 2nd, 2012. She's embarked on a very illustrious career here in Dallas so far in her young life. She's very polite, dependable, respectful, very high character, and she's my big sister. So without further ado, I introduce you to Dyamond Seay-williams.
My brothers and sisters in Christ, and to the graduating class of 2013. I would first like to thank my brother for that wonderful introduction. We were at breakfast yesterday, and Mom asked him, "What are you going to say to introduce Diamond?" And he said, "I'm going to say, I introduce to you my sister, Dyamond Williams." Thank you, brother. Next, I would like to thank Sister Warrior for inviting me to speak. I am humbled and honored to speak to the people of God and also to speak to the class of 2013. Amen. Because they have a special place in my heart, and I'm a big sister to them, and I've watched them grow from little babies to young adults. And you hear older people always say, "I remember when you was this little." Well, I remember when KK Susie Walker was this. So, as I was deciding what I say this morning, I figured you've heard plenty of congratulations and had pats on the back over the last month. So, the reality is that being successful is easy. Staying successful is much harder. As in accordance with standard Black church speech writing, from which I learned everything I know, I find it appropriate to ask you to turn to your neighbor and repeat after me. Say, neighbor. Neighbor. Please don't go to college. Please don't go to college. With high school on your mind. With high school on your mind. I understand that the theme today is "Oh, the places you'll go," coming from a very well-known Dr. Seuss book. Our key verse comes from Jeremiah 29:11-13, and it reads, "I say this because I know what I have planned for you, says the Lord. I have good plans for you. I don't plan to hurt you. I plan to give you hope and a good future. Yes. Then you will call my name. You will come to me and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will search for me, and when you search for me with all your heart, you will find me." Amen. I would also like to propose a more contemporary question to our graduates, one that is very well known in our generation, and it's simply, are you about that life? And that's a real life question. So throughout my speech, I'm going to ask you guys, are you about that life? And I want you to respond to me, I'm about that life. I find it appropriate to touch on 3 points of emphasis that will help you in the next phase of your life. Foundation, be free from excuses, and friendship. The first piece to this puzzle called life is to remember and appreciate your foundation. Those people and places that have helped you get to where you are today. I know that most of you are 18 or soon to be 18 and have a car or can drive. And although you may be able to go out to a party with an extended curfew, you are not grown. And you should not rush to be grown. For as long as you can. Your goal should be to extend college for as long as possible and get as many degrees as possible, while your parents are still paying, of course. And they insist that they aren't going to pay any more money, push them a little farther, just to see if you can get a few more years of easy living. Students grow to appreciate the tremendous support from your family, friends, church, mentors, and other organizations that have aided you on your journey. many of you will go off to college, Oklahoma State, Texas State, and your mother's fried chicken, cornbread, pound cake, sweet tea will soon be replaced by ramen noodles. And if times get really hard, sardines and canned tuna. See, we exist as representations of our families, our schools, our communities. And as much as we should remember the morals and values that they have instilled within us, we must be equally concerned about how well we represent our foundation. Wherever you go or whatever you do, represent yourself well. When people see you, they should see your foundation. Never embarrass those around you who mean the most. It's when life throws its hardest punch that recalling your foundation will give you the strength to keep going to those places in which you will go. Are you about that life? Secondly, be free from excuses. Accept the fact that you will make plenty of mistakes over the next 4 years. You will choose a bad friend, take the wrong class, and occasionally stay out too late. It's college. When I was pledging, and as most of the Greeks in the house can attest, we had to recite to what they call excuses. And simply put, is excuses are tools of the incompetent. Excuses build monuments of nothingness. During the first week of my college career at CU, I just got out of class, and as I was walking to the indoor track facility, I noticed that the media was present. And I'm looking around like, we don't have a track meet today, why are the cameras here? Well, come to find out, the sprint track coach had resigned and accepted a job at LSU. Well, this sprint track coach was the coach who had recruited me. And so we had created a relationship, and I was looking forward to working with her. And she was one of the main reasons I had chose University of Colorado, 13 hours away from Rome. So I was hurt, and I could have made up all kinds of excuses to transfer. But like in Jeremiah, God had plans for me in Colorado. And a good future. And like David, when faced against the Goliath, God will arm you with the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, the belt of truth, the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, and the sword of his spirit. Confront your problems face front. Duck your head to shield the blow, but never bow. There are no excuses. Are you about that life? Good. All right. The last piece of advice I want to give is about friendship. And listen to me carefully about these friends. The easiest way for people to learn about you is to look at the friends that surround you. How many of you have a job? How many of you have a bank account? Okay, well, there are two things that you can do when you go to the bank. You can make a deposit, or you can make a withdrawal. Take a moment to think about the friends that surround you. Determine which ones are making deposits in your life. Who encourage you to study hard. Who sacrifice their time to help you through tough moments. And then determine which ones are constantly making withdrawals, taking away from you, beating you down with negative thoughts and actions, tearing away at the very fabric of decency and order. Drake has a song out called No New Friends. Well, essentially, if you are surrounded by friends who aren't helping you grow and not making you better, you may want to find some new friends. We all have a choice to make today based on the people we associate with. When you allow other people to withdraw everything out of your bank and then you go to the ATM to get out money, you will have a receipt marked insufficient funds. You allow your life bank account to end up closed and repossessed. We are all just one friend away from success or failure. In closing, I would like to leave you with a poem that I heard from my brother Warren, and it always inspires me when I read it and hear it. And it goes, life is a theater. Invite your audience carefully. Not everyone is holy enough and healthy enough to have a front row seat in our lives. There are some people in your life that need to be love from a distance. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you let go or at least minimize your time with draining, negative, incompatible,